Hey guys, this is HTOMario, and I'm going to be showing you a Terran against Protoss game. This is two games that I'll be showing you with the same player. It's showcasing a strategy that I've been working on. So let me just turn down the sound real fast, as I forgot to. Alright. So in this specific game, if I recall right, it's this specific game. It's where we've been working on this triple factory opening. This is a build that I've been trying to perfect. One of the things that I really like about Mech is actually, I did change things up here. I went gas first, so I actually don't know which game this is. So let's go ahead and figure out which one this is here. So right after we drop the gas, we drop the barracks, and then we send the SUVs to the refinery, but only after we drop the barracks, so we still have a little bit of extra money if needed. We're scouting out with this one SUV, making sure there's no expansion here. If there is, then we can play extra cheesy, seeing how many gas there is, how many pylons are in his base. All important things to know: for every pylon in his base, you should have one supply depot in yours. If there's an extra one in his base, then you know there isn't a cheese anywhere near you. I'm placing a factory right over here. I do remember this game now, so this is going to be a little bit of a cheesy game. With the factory place over here, I'm going to be producing widow mines, and then maybe Banshee from the location right above. So you can't scout this out. And back home, I'm doing a wall off with the bunker and getting a reactor. So this allows me to defend my home relatively okay against like oracles or stuff, because I'll have plenty of marines. I can defend against the 4-gate. I can defend against various sorts of cheese by just having this reactor here, and I put a supply depot here so I can scout out if anything flying in sooner. And here I made a Hellion to harass him with, so you can see that I'm making a widow mine and a tech lab, and he's over here with his mothership core, and I'm here with my Hellion trying to soften up his workers, trying to get him to stop mining. I'm trying to do whatever I can. So I do end up killing one. I think that was just one with that Hellion, and I got a pretty good scout on what was going on. And here he was able to take out 2 marines because I rallied them to the mothership core, so I could focus on the Hellion micro. And we're trying to learn or kick him out with the extra 2, and we know that he now has no energy, so it'll be easier to pressure his base. We also throw an expansion down on the low ground, and we're gonna have to take out this probe in just a second, but the expansion down on the low ground because we feel very safe knowing that he's gone for an expansion. He's only got one gateway that we saw. I believe this was a robotics facility, and then we've got some pressure harass coming up, so he won't be able to move out. Alright, so we're gonna go do some harassment with this Banshee now, and we're gonna burrow the widow mines. Now, one Banshee can take a stalker, so he's forced to run, and then we're gonna do some harass here, killing as much as we can, forcing the widow mine behind his mineral line. So he doesn't have an observer right now, I believe, and we're able to kill the mothership core, so no photon cannon overcharge. And his stalker is down here, so I decided to go ahead and harass these probes here in just a moment. I think I'm going to get a lot of widow mine kills here. Ooh. So far we've killed 11, and we got another widow mine over here. So he's kind of like locked into his base. We got another Banshee going down. Back home we have a bunker, and we have another command center because we're feeling like, okay, well, he's not going to be able to pressure us, and if he does, we have plenty of stuff back home to deal with it, so I'm not concerned. Getting the orbital command, getting into the bunker. And he's definitely able to kill some more probes. And then stalker kills for widow mines are great. Stalkers are twice the cost, so anytime you can do that, it's definitely worth it. So he was ahead in the worker count. We've now effectively killed 17 workers with this harassment. We're sending this Banshee back home. I think we're going to send it around. We were able to get another stalker kill, so that's great. And then from here we're going to be producing a Raven, and then the Raven will be able to do mineral line harassment. This Banshee, it was great that he found this, because now this delays his aggression. And then back at the base we have another command center going down because I had so many minerals, and we have a factory going down. If this ever turns into a base race, I can just throw down bunkers, which I'm doing, and then harass him with my Banshee, force him to retreat or go back. So see, he was attacking this factory, but now he knows, okay, there's still Banshees flying around the map. You know, the harassment isn't over, I have to go back. And then I haven't, the Banshee that came home, it's coming back out, and then I'm building my Raven, more Marines, and getting my tech lab and another factory. So you're gonna see an explosion in my resources in just a minute. I already have 3 mules, and I'm about to have a 4th mule. That's a lot of income. And at this stage in the game, it's just one stalker. I don't mind targeting down just one stalker with a Banshee, getting a kill on it, and then that's worth it. And then getting workers. Since I'm gonna have such an explosion in my income, I want him spending Chrono Boost on workers and not into attacking me. This allows me to be able to get even farther ahead because he has no idea I have this many orbital commands. And it's moving a little bit slow in my base because you can tell I have my attention, with the harassment. So, getting my double gas at my base, and then putting up a single missile turret here, maybe to snipe a wandering observer, and then a single missile turret here in case of Dark Templar. Now we're going up to 5 factories, only because we don't have the gas to support it, but we do have the minerals, so we can make a lot of Hellions or Hellbats to really pressure him. So I scan to make sure that I can get a good hit on top of his probes, and we're able to get 4 kills with this Raven. So it's still on the even worker count, which is bad for this Protoss because we have 4 orbital commands, which means that each mule is the price of 4 workers. So I'm actually 16 SCVs ahead right now. And he sees this with his detector. So if the Protoss player, if he doesn't have a Stargate and he puts his observer to see where your Ravens are, there's a neat thing you can do. You can actually Hunter Seeker missile the observer if he's not paying attention, and he'll lose it, and that's definitely worth it. He does finally find the starport, and I'm sending this barracks out to kind of scout, and now I'm taking my 3rd base. I can do this because, well, I have a lot of factory, I have a lot of production, and he still has to deal with this harassment. I'm now producing 3 siege tanks because I'm about to get this gas and this gas. So I need to, even though I have a lot of minerals, I'm dumping all of my gas into siege tanks first, since I'll need it to defend this base. And I don't want to quite push out just yet to defend this. I was playing kind of greedy and wanted to grab it, but now that I see I have this huge army, I'm like, okay, well, I can just push out and take this. I saw the observers, and I wanted to take them out, so that was for the price of 1 scan. I got a few observers. That was definitely worth it. He's putting a cannon here, which is good. And even though he denied his base, I have another base up here right now, and I'm building a sensor tower there. And I don't think that killed anything, but altogether my Ravens have 8 worker kills. So I cancel this, and I have to repair it with my SCVs and lift it up just in case. Able to take out his pylons here with these siege tanks. And then I go ahead and take back this base, and I have double upgrades going back at home because I have so much gas available to me. The proper amount of, for 5 factories, you want 3 tech labs and 2 reactors. Just something I wanted to throw out there. He does snipe the space, but that's not big of that big of a concern. I mean, I'm actually ahead in the worker count, and I have mules. I have a 3rd base, he doesn't. I'm pulling these Ravens back now, and I'm chasing down his army. There's all his labs left, and I'm a Hunter Seeker hitting from behind, so he walks into it. And then, unsieged tanks actually still do an okay amount of damage. And he loses his whole army. If you look at his mineral line, like he's starting to mine out here, and he's almost mined out here. And I have this 3rd base, and I have another orbital, and I can just easily drop an expansion here. So, alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this, and thanks for watching.